Hi, my name is Phil Anderson, and I'm running for United States Senate to represent Wisconsin. I'm talking to you tonight from my kitchen, and I am enjoying, as we speak, a delicious New Glarus Moon Man Ale. Made in New Glarus, of course, which is fantastic beer. I'm glad it's available to me. But you know what? It's really none of your business what I'm consuming. Had an interesting online discussion today, actually hosted on a good friend of mine and campaign contributors' Facebook page about people being drug tested to receive welfare and public assistance payments. I'm 100% against it. I think that what people consume is their own private business. If it affects whether or not they can perform their job or whatever functions they've agreed to or their contractual obligations or whatever it might be, that's a different story. That's something that can be handled through the normal course of law and the legal system. But there shouldn't be a presumption that people can test other people for controlled substances, so-called controlled substances, because first of all, they shouldn't be controlled in the first place. Now, I know people, and you probably do too, that go to work and get a little bit jittery on caffeine and then crash after that. Or it might be sugar, maybe a couple cups of coffee and a donut in the morning. They're cheerful, maybe on edge by noon, by 2 o'clock, depending on what they eat for lunch. They're a little bit off their game. Even legal things that we consume, cigarettes, for example, all kinds of different things, prescription drugs, whatever. All these things are legal and not something that would be normally subject of a drug test, or if in the case of a prescription drug, is something you could explain away. But they're all things that can affect our performance, but they're legal. So there are things that are illegal that we could be consuming that might affect our job performance and our responsibilities to our fellow man quite a bit less. All of those things are our own business. They're not the government's business. They're not anyone's business unless we're not performing the tasks that we've been given in terms of employment or whatever that might be. So we should stay out of each other's business. That's a basic tenet of libertarianism. What I do in the privacy of my own home and with my own body is my own responsibility, and it's my own right. What you do with yours, same thing. I should have nothing to say about what you consume, whether it's alcohol, marijuana, prescription drugs, sugar, caffeine, cigarettes, huffing paint. I don't really care, as long as it's not affecting your relationship with me and your obligations that you have to me contractually or in the course of commerce or whatever. That's where I stand on that. I think it's ridiculous that we test for anything. Most things should be legal. As a matter of fact, even those things that we're kind of scared to make legal, the harder drugs, if they were legal, at least could come out of the shadows where people would feel not stigmatized or not in danger of going to jail if they came out and got treatment and help. But right now there are many, many people that are suffering from addictions and are afraid to get help and are self-medicating or hiding it or whatever in desperate situations because they can't come forward and say, hey, I've got a problem with this, whatever it might be, and get help because they're afraid of the stigma and they're afraid of going to jail. And rightfully so. We live in a society that incarcerates, indeed over-incarcerates people, especially for marijuana use, but all kinds of other things as well. If we're going to exist as a society where people respect each other's freedom and rights, we have to do it for all things that we ingest. Anything from raw milk to marijuana to alcohol, cigarettes, etc. I don't need to go down the list again. We should respect each other's rights. And regardless of whether somebody's receiving benefits from the government, which of course should be cut, but if people are receiving benefits from the government, that should be something that, as long as they're performing whatever tasks are required of them and that contractual obligation to receive those benefits, then they should be fine. And it shouldn't include invading their privacy. That is ridiculous. So that's what I stand for as your senator. Everything that's on the federal list of controlled substances should basically come off at some point. Maybe gradually, maybe a little at a time, so that people can take their addictions and come out in the sunlight of day and be treated and be recognized as people that are suffering from a problem that we can all show compassion and help with and hold them accountable for so that it's not a secret. Thanks, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.